Hello everyone, this is TSET ABCD and welcome to another Catan video here on my channel. So as usual, just playing the base game here, I am in the first position. Noticing that there is not a lot of wood apart from the 6 tile. Brick is decent and a decent amount of wheat as well. Yeah, here it's a little difficult, especially because whenever the ore is in the not ore, the desert tile is somewhere um, in the center, it's quite likely that my second placement is going to be on the outskirts because it is easy to lock up the board. I am actually considering 9-5-10, grabbing the best ore and some wheat so that if I have to go for something like 8-4, that is an option for me, or even 9-10 will be an option. Pairing it up with 9-5-10. My production isn't the best, but it is still a playable setup. 8-5-3 is also an option because if I go for something like 8-5-3, I think I can get a settlement on 6-3. 9-5-10 also gives me access to the wheat port actually. Here 5-4-3 is also an option. I do block quite a lot of the board and then I can just go for 5-2. I'm going to run out of time. I like 8-5-10 as well. I was still thinking and in the end I think I just ran out of time. I went for 8-5-10 here. Might not be the best placement. I still like 9-5-10. Yeah, I was thinking about 5-4-3 here. The only benefit of going for 8-5-10 is I can actually consider 5-2 as a placement. Point to the right, get a settlement on 6-2. Let's see what my opponents do. I think 6-9-10 is also a good placement spot. The only problem with that is the wood port is on 11-12 tile. So it's difficult to get there. Yeah, red goes for 6-4-3. That's a decent placement. Okay, I would have expected black to go for 8-3-4 because now black is playing with, at least early on in the game, is playing with very little wheat and is racing with orange to get to the wheat port. But this basically leaves 8-4 open for me. I don't think so either red or orange would be interested in 8-4. And I can just get a settlement on 8-4, maybe point either right or left, and then get a settlement on 3-4. And I should be getting to the 3-1 port as well because red does not have any brick here. Has a decent overwheat sheep setup and extra wood to play along. I'm also thinking, what does orange want to do here? Because maybe I can go for something like 6-9-12 and then play with the wood port. Okay, orange goes for 6, 9, 12. So here, I mean, maybe I can consider 9, 3, 11. But then my sheep production is low. I have no wheat production and I have too much ore, which doesn't actually help me. I think 8-4 is just a better option for me. So I do produce all 5 resources. I will have access to the 3:1 port. And if I get a little lucky, I can even get a settlement on 9-3-11. Actually, my wood production isn't the best, right? So it will be difficult to build all those roads. Do I just point to the left here? Because red would want to build a road settlement on 3-11. Yeah, there is no point in me racing for 2 spots, like to get to 3-4 as well as to 8-3 and competing with the same player. Like if I build a road here, red will build a road towards 3-11. So let me just point to the left. Okay, I'll immediately just buy a dev card. Here, something like a Year of Plenty or a road builder would have been pretty perfect. Okay, so black is able to beat orange. Yeah, for me, I think 8, 5, and 4 are the best roll this game. So far, we haven't seen a lot of those, but hopefully it changes. We have seen quite a few of 10s and 9s, which are a pretty good roll for orange actually. Here the 6 block is hurting red quite a bit, I would say, because red wants to get to the 3:1 port. I mean, red still gets a city because of those 6s and 5s. Yeah, I think black is lacking wood here because a 3 hasn't rolled. Let's see. I think the 5 ore is going to be targeted. It has to be red. Okay, it does steal from red, which is fine. And the first 8 rolls. I'll accept a 1:2 here. Okay, trades with black. I mean, for red, I think the 9 ore is an easy target, or should be an easy target. Okay, blocks the 10 brick. Here a 4 would be a perfect roll for me. I don't get it though. Let's see if I can get a trade like this. Sheep is somewhat of a rare resource on this board. Yeah, not getting any trades. I mean, I still don't have much choice, right? I might have to end my turn with 7 cards in hand. I don't want to convert all my ore into a single wheat by like offer a. I don't think I'll get the trade, but something like this. Yeah, I'll just end my turn here. Might target the 8 sheep. Exactly, I thought so. I mean, according to me, 9 ore is still a good block. Might continue to block the 10 break. Or maybe 5 wheat now. Now that black also has a settlement there. Okay, finally a 4. So I have my settlement ready here. So now 8s are even better for me. Another 4 and I actually get a city. And 8 5 10 is a very strong city spot. I'm surprised I'm still not being targeted. I mean, at least not even being blocked here, which is actually quite nice. Let's see if I get any trades. I can either get a road settlement on the 411 or get a city here. Whom do I want to trade with? I think it is better to trade with red. And I'll just get my city and also build a road so that I don't get targeted. Or I mean, I will be targeted, but I don't lose my rare word, I would say. Yeah, both green and sorry, both orange and black accept this. Okay, red does get lucky with a road builder. So we'll get a settlement on 4-3, which is a pretty strong spot because now red has double wheat, double ore, and doesn't have double sheep. But it is still quite strong. Like another 4 basically means another city for red. That said, I mean, if I were red, instead of building, I would have just built a settlement on 612 and built a road here towards the brick port because red does not have a lot of settlement spots. Both those spots are still open, but it's not easy for red to build a road settlement. I mean, red can still pull another road builder or a year of plenty. And now I think black has to be the target for red. Now that black already has a city as well. On the flip side, orange here has already played 2 dev cards or 2 knights. I don't think anybody should be trading with red. At least not doing easy 1:1s. Yeah, because there are not a lot of ores. If black has a monopoly, can play it on ore. So do I buy a dev card here or do I try and get my settlement? Yeah, yeah, red is offering a 2 is to 1. Okay, so now red accepts a 1 is to 1. Maybe black should agree. Maybe orange accepts it. Yeah, orange accepts it. So I will trade with orange here because orange is the only one who does not have a settlement yet. Oh, sorry, does not have a city yet. So, according to me, red is a little scarier than orange is. It was good that I waited on that turn. I know orange is looking for a sheep, but I don't have any. Okay, what should my next move be? I mean, I can surely try and get a city on 8-4. Like, if a 4 rolls, I basically just get another city. I'm thinking if I should try and get a settlement on the sheep port as well. My sheep production is decent. I might target the 5 over here. Thing is, how do I block both red and black? But the 4 ore doesn't do anything because both red and black have better ore production spots available. The 3 word, I mean, that doesn't hurt anyone either. Maybe I just solo block red. I don't think so. I mean, black is also pretty big threat, especially with access to 2 dev cards there. I'm not sure if that was the best move. Okay. So now it surely is difficult. I don't want to block the 3. But once black gets another city, black is in a very strong position. Might get access to the ore port as well. Okay, all I got was a bunch of ores there. So with these cards, I mean, do I just build a single road? Yeah, I'll build a road here. Actually, building a road here makes more sense. This gives me flexibility to either go on the 3 to 1 port or improve my production. I mean, this gives me 2 settlement spots. Anywhere else, and I just get 1 settlement spot. Here, black will most likely just play a knight. Okay, does not play a knight. That is quite scary, to be honest. And I can build 2 roads and get a settlement on 11-12. That doesn't help me too much. Or I can buy 2 dev cards here. Yeah, maybe buying dev cards is better. But it seems very wasteful to buy 2 dev cards. With all the resources that I have in hand. Okay. So in that, I mean, let me just buy one dev card first. I get a knight. Okay. So now I can buy another dev card. If I get a knight, I can surely fight for army now. A Monopoly would have been quite nice as well. Also, the good thing is orange here does not have a knight in hand. Yeah, red most likely targets me. Maybe blocks the 8 sheep and steals from me here. Okay. I was going to say can trade break, but yeah, I think might block the 5 over. Yeah, expected and targets me as well. Okay, so I can buy another dev card here. I think my only motive now is to buy dev cards, maybe get a VP or something of that sort, or a Monopoly. I'm not accepting a 1:1 here. The sixes have been kind of rare, I think. Here, another 8 would be a good roll for me. I'll just buy. Buy another dev card here. I mean, if an 8 rolls, I can get a settlement and a dev card. I mean, black has to be a target now with. Okay, with these cards, I mean, I will just get a city. The problem is if I get a city on 8-4, 8 sheep is going to be a target. Maybe just, yeah, I don't think getting a city on 8-4 helps me too much. I would rather buy a couple of dev cards, try and get a VP or a Monopoly. Even Road Builder can help me get the longest road. So let's just do that. Okay, I get a couple of knights there, which is, yeah, doesn't help me much. So do I just play a knight and block the 9 over here? I mean, that is, okay, I already played a dev card. Okay, I played Year of Plenty. Wow, oh, just, okay. Might steal from me, yeah. Gets a break, so might get a settlement. Exactly. Okay. I don't mind the 8 being blocked here, especially because black lost out on 3 sheeps there. If the 8 isn't blocked, I think black just gets a dev card on their turn, especially with the access to the sheep port. Okay, steals my break. Doesn't hurt me much. Here, I mean, for me, black is a bigger threat. Okay, that works perfectly in my favor. I do get a VP, exactly the card that I was hoping to get. Yeah, I get a VP as I posted this message. So now that I already have 8 points, I think my next motive is to just get 2 cities, or a road settlement is also an option here. Yeah, red loses out on a few cards, that is quite nice. And black and I do not have any cards, so I think the 10 wood is going to be blocked. Because if red blocks the 8 sheep, red does not get anything from a steal. Yeah. Here, I mean, I have to play a knight. That is a given. Do I continue blocking the 9? I think blocking 9 is the best option here. Okay, so red here does get a settlement. Has to do a 4:1, I believe, to get a settlement, but now red is also in a very, very scary position because a 6 rolled and a 4 has rolled. Yeah, red surely is a threat now. Plays a monopoly on wheat. Yeah, because all those 4s and 6s have rolled, it was a good monopoly. It hurts me quite a bit because I lose out on 4 cards there, or maybe 5. Yeah, here I mean the 9 block is surely very useful, because if the 9 wasn't blocked, I think orange could have just had 2 cities by now. Here might target the 5 ore and steal from red. I'll be surprised if I am targeted. Yeah, exactly. Does steal from red. But now what do I do? Yeah, maybe I have to block the 6 wood because orange has the wood port. Wouldn't want orange to get a settlement and put them on 9 points. Okay, plays a monopoly. So both the monopolies were played by black. Yeah, I don't think so. There is any good move for me. A 7 would have been a good roll there, but it is what it is. Has to do a 4:1. A 7. I mean, a 7 is needed, or else it might just be game over. Okay, plays a knight. Not sure. I mean, orange can be a target here. Okay, so at least I can get a city on my turn. If a 8 or a, yeah, if a 8 or a 4, okay, yeah. I was just going to say if a 8 or a 4 rolls, I can maybe get a dev card, but that is no longer possible. And I'm holding on to these cards. Okay, yeah, black just wins here. Yeah, the reason I was holding on to these cards is because if a 5 rolls, I can get a city. But yeah, I mean, getting 2 monopolies I think was pretty good for black. Yeah, 5s did roll quite a bit. 4s also rolled a lot. I mean, both those rolls are helpful. I'm not sure getting all those knights, yeah, did not work in my favor, I would say. Yeah, I was robbed only once this entire game. Or amount of resource income blocked is only 1 for me. I think it was the 8 that was blocked once. Or the 8 sheep. Overall, I don't think my setup was bad in any way. I needed a little bit more luck with my dev cards. The other thing that I could have done is actually get a city on 8-4 instead of buying more devs. Yeah, I mean, that could have been the only difference or only change. I could have built a road settlement, but then yeah, it would have put me on 9 points, but not much use. So, yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at the leaderboard, and this puts me at almost 700. And yeah, bye for now, and see you again in the next video. Bye bye.